Okay.
Uh,
Now, Siobhan, we are going live because it's 2 o'clock and somebody's here.
yes,
But Siobhan might not be able to join us. She said she
I
was
think she
feeling.
said that she can.
She posted in the thing at about 10 o'clock this morning that she was feeling a rumbly tummy or something.
But before you sent your Zoom like she said
Oh,
I
she
will
did say
be
that?
able
Okay.
to be there.
I guess
Yeah, you can.
I did not see that. I am a silly boy.
No, okay. Is sometimes like with like these apps and stuff like that, like YouTube just does not send some like YouTube messages as well too.
There
But
we
also
go.
it's like is
Oh, she did say that at 1:47.
yes.
So, how has the con been?
It's very good. And like, if there are people nearby talking, I'll try to quickly mute myself as quickly as I can on the slow Kindle in order to so that not pick up by like maybe my mic is like good enough that like only pick up me and like there'll be background noises, but like people know I'm off the con. But no, the con's been fun.
Hi, Isaiah.
Hey Joey. Hey everybody.
Hey, John. Hey, Jonathan.
Hello.
I won't be able to stay the whole time because I have to leave for work at 3. Uh
I know that feeling.
3 my time rather. So
Hmm.
I can't stay the
Fucking
whole session.
capitalism.
Yeah, damn capitalism.
Yeah. Also Israel needs money to kill children, so
Hmm.
Yeah, so we got to pay our taxes.
yep. I
Yep.
I've always wondered if these people were actually chosen by God, why do they need our tax money to help them with shit?
Because like God always needs money. That's why like the reason all
Because
the
there is
people
no God in their line.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like if you were the chosen people, wouldn't God already hook you up with everything you need? Why do you need
You'd
our
think
Who
so,
will
huh?
choose this?
Come on, Isaiah. You've met white people. Right? Would God only choose? We are really the chosen people as well too. Look how we serve the earth.
say that again because you're breaking up.
Yeah, you might want to turn off the video back off.
Okay,
Yeah.
that might take some work, and like I can probably like send you videos on like how to do that in like VC face or like other those like avatars. But there is a learning curve to those things.
I forget how I set my avatar. It's been so long.
You right click your image in the video screen. See, like I'm going to go ahead and mouse over here. And if you're watching the video, you can see, and it says show avatar, and now I'm a cat on a white background.
You haven't been cat in a while.
No, because I'm in a place that I don't have to worry about it being super duper messy.
Ah, okay. So you like go with the avatar because you don't want to show off your messy room. I guess I'm
Mm-hmm.
lucky that back at my room, like the camera is such an angle, it's pointing towards the ceiling.
I just don't care. I did, my previous show, which I restarted. My previous
Hmm.
show I did for over 4 years was just my face. So
Hmm. Are we live now? Because I don't see
Yes,
the.
we
I'm
are
not.
live.
Don't have.
We
Okay.
should
The
be.
hello last classes and be badasses.
I mean,
I'm. This
oh,
is
that's
like
right.
a.
You can't see it because you're on your Kindle rather than your usual setup.
Yes. Yeah,
We've
I'm
been
on
we've been
usual
live for a
setup.
while.
I figure as much as well too, but like, hey, the reason why I'm not interacting with chat as much as well too is because like right now busy like sharing this link as well as the like, hey, here's what we're going to talk about, blah 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 blah, to like all the Discord servers. It's always showing on my social. Summer Geek and all the places, but I'm also sharing it in like the 50 Discord servers I'm in because I'm in a lot of Discord servers. But how's everyone been?
I've been good.
Doing all right.
I have a
Yeah.
lot of candy.
I haven't had that much candy, but like there are, I'm at ConMoriCon, so this is why you see the avatar because I'm on my Kindle.
So there's lots of
And
eye candy. Am I right?
yes, it is. Lots of people with like great costumes and like great cosplays. And again, it's just like I think, oh wait, is this person actually cosplaying as a character? Or is this how they normally look? Because this was happening a year ago too at SoccerCon or something like that. There was a guy who had a buttoned up like a plaid shirt, something like that, a nice dress shirt, and like had a beard and like a curly fro. It seemed like his natural hair, something like that. And I'm thinking, wait, is that just how he naturally looks, or is that a costume? And then when I saw the artist platter with all the paints on it, it's just like, you are cosplaying as Bob Ross. But
That's
actually,
just his style.
That's just
And
the
that
style.
wasn't a fro, that was a perm.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's very true. No, that actually happened last week on one of my streams. I was just wearing my pirate hat, and like Burnsy, the John Burns thought that like I was like cosplaying as a pirate. It was like only from the head up. I showed off. I'm just wearing the hoodie and everything else. I wear a pirate hat like normally as well too. Now sometimes I have cosplayed at work with no reason than just for the sake of cosplaying. I mean, I have the costumes with like the 250 like hat and like all the other like clothing that's like actually cost something as well too. So might as well use it more than just like Halloween in the cons.
I've never I've always wanted to cosplay at well for Halloween, but I never really had jobs that were
You
that.
should cosplay at work.
Should what now?
You should cosplay at work. Just go nuts. Dress up as an astronaut, go to work.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Dress for the job you want, right?
There's an astronaut that's cleaning bathrooms. What the heck is up with that?
I purposely did actually cosplay when I know that like a customer was coming to the plant as well too. But then they were just like, "Oh, who's that person that cosplaying?" So I did make an impression on the customer. It's like it was a customer that was already a customer, so it's not like I was like help the company got any sales, but it's just like it left a positive impression.
Yeah. So what did everyone do for Halloween?
Played video games.
I went downstairs and I gave out candy.
I did my-
Just not
my
enough
supper
candy
ritual.
because I ended up with so much leftovers.
Mm.
I did my silent supper ritual.
I was about to ask that how's like people say Samhain if they participated in Samhain, which is Samhain as well.
Right.
Not
A
gaming.
lot of people do it in a lot of different ways.
Okay.
First of all, Wiccans can kiss my big Irish ass.
Okay.
That's only for Odinists like Siobhan and Mirthral.
Shut up.
But bonfires are a key thing.
Ooh.
I can't do a bonfire in my house, but I did have a fire.
True.
And then the silent supper rite. I personally play a lot of music that, for different reasons, reminds me of different people. Kind of in the theme of it. The silent supper itself, to explain it in great detail would take a long time. So basically, everybody knows how to do it, but whether you have one person or you have 30 people, the biggest I've ever been at was one which was like almost 20, I think 24, 25 people. The person leading the right lights a center candle. Everybody brings a candle, and the person leading the right lights a center candle. There's one for every 4 corners. There's a plate set for the 4 corners, plus there's an additional plate set. And then everybody eats. And I'll explain that in a second. But when you're done, nobody
know how to eat.
When you're done eating, and the person leading the right kind of looks around, makes sure that everybody's done eating. They go back and they relight a second candle from the first one, and then they start, and people around the room, not in any particular order, whatever, talk about how whatever particular food they brought reminds them of a person that was in their life. That was important. So it's honoring the dead is a large part of it.
So is it so Siobhan, is it like the Dia
No.
Day
no.
of the Immorta, Day of the Dead?
Yeah, the Morphus? No. I mean, it is in just purely in the concept of honoring the dead, but the right thing is different.
Yeah, because like the food that
There's
like,
all
they hand
kinds of rites globally for honoring the dead.
Right. Like last night, mine was I had one of those little because it can be cheap, shitty food. It doesn't matter, which is what I had. One of those little like $2 things of lasagna from Walmart. Then pepperoni, or not pepperoni, peppermint and Cheetos.
Oh, yes. Peppermint and pepperoni are very different things. Yes.
And so because it is a potluck of sorts, and people bring stuff that's relatable to them for that person, but there's no theme. So you could have like pot roast and
Peppermint and
Lasagna.
Cheetos.
meatballs and peppermint and Slim Jims and whatever. It doesn't matter. Whenever
Happens in
it's
Slim
done
Jim. Oh yeah.
with that, then the person eating right lights the last candle, and then that's it, and then it's done.
Nice.
You don't have to, most of the ones that I've been in, we use woad. You don't have to. Woad is, okay, Isaiah and I have talked before about how the science, that word is looser than Melania Trump. The science in Armageddon isn't science.
Science is dog shit.
Mhm.
But it's still
I completely forgot where the fuck I was going with this.
The science is like looser in Armageddon than like Melania and Trump as well too, because like, what's so bad about the science in like the movie Armageddon is just like
I don't know how you got from Samhain to
I know where I was going. I know where I was going. I always backtrack. If I backtrack, I know where I was going. So, the movie Braveheart, I absolutely love the movie. Okay, Mel Gibson is a piece of shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But he's a great director.
Yes.
Okay. And I love the movie, even though it's about as historically accurate as Armageddon or 300, another great movie that I loved, and the actors.
Hey, say what you will about Zack Snyder. He made really good Nazi propaganda there.
Right. Exactly. Well, look at Starship Troopers. But anyway.
Yes.
So,
Starship Troopers is like Paul Verhoeven, to be fair, and like Paul Verhoeven
And
just
he
like
was
took
trying
it.
to make a parody, but of course, post-law.
the paint, in battle paint, it would be called in other cultures, and it is technically that, but we don't call it that. We call it woad, because it comes from the plant woad. Okay.
Sort of like how marshmallow comes from
And
marshmallows.
so the blue that they wear in battle in Braveheart, that's woad. Okay. Although the Scots were the ones who usually wore woad insofar as paint goes. It's a very specific thing. I've made it before. It's very sticky, kind of hard to spread around, but it stays there for a while. We did either woad or tattoos of that color, and I plan my next tattoo to be a woad tattoo. And so I didn't wear woad last night, but a lot of the rituals that I've been at, the rites that I've been at, most of the people were Celtic in some way, shape, or form, because Celtic isn't just Irish, okay? It's Scottish, it's Welsh, it's Nord to a large
It's Cornish,
extent.
it's Pictish, it's
Right.
Britain.
It's
Not
just
British,
kind
but
of that whole
Britons.
region, okay? Just kind of that
Also,
whole.
most of France. And then just a whole culture that stretches all the way down to Vedic India.
Right. So that's what I did.
that's nice.
And then
Isaiah, you got your hands up.
Let's let Shaban finish.
Okay.
I because I got the days mixed up because I'm in a brain fog right now. And then last night I got sick. I almost didn't come on the show today, but I felt better. I don't feel good, but I felt better enough that I can come on the show and do whatever. Surprisingly for me, I'm not going to be talking as much, so I'm done.
All right, Izzy.
Okay, yeah, that's all right. Go ahead.
So I usually, so for Halloween, I would usually go over to a friend's house and hand out candy, because I'm not really a party guy. But these former friends of mine are Jewish, and they didn't like that I was in support of Palestine, so I think they ghosted me this year.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be real. I did struggle with a bit of anti-Semitism a little bit from that, but I'm not. That's not who I am. But yeah, they kind of ghosted me about that. So
Well, you can be anti-Zionist and not anti-Semitic.
yeah, I know. But yeah. I mean, there's no excuse to be anti-Semitic, obviously. I knew these people
Even
since
if you are a Goyim.
we knew each other since the 90s. In fact, they lived on the street in my former neighborhood that I used to live in. And when I told them I was in support of Palestine, I guess it's funny because they're not even like that religious of people. So yeah, so they ended up,
There's a lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of atheist Jews. A
yeah.
lot of
Well,
atheist
Bill
Jews.
Maher's. Well, Bill
It's,
Maher's.
it's religion, but it's also culture.
Just like how there's
John,
like
John Stewart, Bill Maher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of Muslims who are just culturally Muslim, just because like that's the country is primarily like Muslim, and that's how they grew up. Their family
Look
grew
at
up
the
like as
cultural
Muslims.
You don't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to be that religious, though. I mean, the simple fact is that they're white colonizers.
Yeah.
And white
That's true.
colonizers, you start like saying, "Oh, I'm for the indigenous people of an area," and all of a sudden the colonizers are like, "Oh, really?
You're indigenous.
Well, we don't want to be around you then.
Yeah.
You just want to take our land away and kick us off of it, don't you?" Oh, you mean like you did to the indigenous people that were there before you?
Yeah, but they don't count because they're not our indigenous people. Yeah,
Israel,
This book we have says that we were there first.
Israel
even
was
though it
formed
doesn't
in
say that.
1948.
yeah,
Hamas wasn't formed until 1988.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it this way. The IRA is like the militant political arm of Irish resistance, but we never look at the IRA the way we look at Hamas, though.
Oh, we used to.
Some people do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it depends on where you live.
Yeah.
And I like to equate the IRA with Hamas.
If you remove your hands from over your face, we can understand you better.
Sorry. To some extent, I do equate some people in the IRA with some people in Hamas. The rest of the circumstances, however, are different. You may have had English people who were supportive of the IRA. I've been a Sinn Féin supporter for decades, but you didn't have the British government, to my knowledge, you didn't have the British government pay the IRA to keep terrorizing different people.
Here's the thing. If you compare how we like the cultural depictions of the IRA versus Hamas, songs made we tend to like treat Irish resist like the Cranberries made their distinction around.
They're less universally despised.
Right. Whereas because these are brown.
I think it's because the Irish are like white, while like Hamas is like full of brown people.
They are so white. They are definitionally white. White supremacists love the Irish.
I'm so white. People write on me when they can't find paper. I wear shorts and I blind people. I explode in the sun.
You put on a pointy hat, they think you're a Klansman.
Yeah,
Don't even have to wear the sheet.
If you're a brown-skinned person, your resistance will always be questioned and will always be scrutinized. But if you're not,
especially if you're a brown person resisting white colonization.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
There is still, to this day, a manifest destiny bullshit that white people still hold in their hearts. We get to colonize because we get to, and you don't get to tell us that we can't.
Well, maybe there were a few bad apples, but overall it was a good thing. You have cable TV now.
And that is actually most often what you get in comment section. Besides, you were conquered. That's one you get when you're indigenous. But you also get, but we brought you this and this and this and this.
Well, I'm like, oh no,
thanks, I had it.
You didn't. That came later, and also, who is it? Who gave you the right to dictate who gets?
Well, that goes back to point one. We had the guns, so we get to do what we want.
and we believe that like those who were already here or that we discovered, I put air quotes around discovered, of course, this land as well too, and also the people that like were here originally were properly, air quotes around properly, using the land effectively against air quotes around effectively too. So it's like it's like the Folly Pulpit discovery doctrine and the manifest destiny is all like we white people think that we're the most superior, most powerful, and stuff like that, and we get dictated as well too. It's all bullshit.
You actually have a Supreme Court ruling from the like 1840s, 1850s, saying that unless land is being used in a certain way, then it's not actually inhabited, and that's why you can go ahead and get rid of the indigenous people living there. They're not farming, therefore they don't actually live there.
Slavery is still legal.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the United States think it's not. Slavery
14th Amendment didn't get rid of it.
100% legal, yes. So if you commit a crime, boom.
I
Legal.
thought it was the 13th.
Yeah, I think
I always get the numbers wrong.
It was 13th that abolished
Okay.
slavery. Yeah.
But yeah, when Teddy Roosevelt tried to go against slavery in the South in 1901, somewhere around there, his prosecutors ran up against the problem that there was no law against slavery. And so they had to charge the Southerners engaging in slavery with peonage, which is debt slavery. And then the Southerners went with a rather novel defense of saying, no, it's not debt slavery. That whole debt thing is just a lie. We're just enslaving them. So it's not a crime.
I will say though, how are you the master race if you have to enslave people?
Oh, you're the master slave race because you enslave people. That's proof that you're the master race.
Yeah, but
Literally
no,
master.
that proves that you can't do your own shit. So you have.
No,
to,
it proves that you're too good to do that shit.
That's not how I see it.
Well, yeah.
Okay, I'll stop.
No, right.
This is
We're
what
right.
people are talking about.
We're right because we're right, and we're right because we have all the guns, and so we're right.
White makes right, might makes right.
Okay, sure, but it's
Or
still
like,
wrong.
who was it? Chris Rock used to say sarcastically, obviously, if it's white, then it's all right.
Mm-hmm. Get a white friend.
Sounds about white.
Mm-hmm. And of course, America's always been white of center.
Yep. I see what you
Well,
did there.
since it's been America anyway.
Yeah.
Because before that,
very
The
true.
U.S. has
was
always
a
been white of center.
brown paradise at one time.
True.
You could literally walk along any path that humans walked and eat along it. You didn't have to carry a bunch of food with you because there was just so much to eat.
And then the
but
white
did you
people
have
come
really
and start
uncomfortable
farming.
clothes? If you didn't have really uncomfortable clothes, could you really be happy?
We didn't have buckles either.
And it's kind of ironic that one of my songs that I like, I don't sing. There's a couple verses I don't sing, or else I change the words to. Is "Come Out, You Black and Tans," and while it's pushing bass. I'm tired. Sorry. Back against the English, supremacy and oppression of the Irish and blah 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 and all that shit. At the same time, there are verses in there that are racist.
Oh, yeah. The Irish are really racist. I recommend Leftist Cucks, or Leftist Cooks. It's COOKS, Leftist Cooks, a YouTube channel. They rather recently, sometime within the last month or two, had a video on plastic patties. It's an Irish NB and their wife do the channel. It's like a 2-hour video on plastic patties in which they deconstruct what plastic patties means and things like that. Just go through all sorts of stuff that includes a discussion of the rather virulent and hateful Irish forms of racism and xenophobia.
What was the name of the original?
Leftist Cooks.
Well, Leftist Cooks. I wrote Plastic Cooks.
Not because they're Irish, it's leftist cooks. It's a nice little play on words.
Aha, Leftist Cooks, and then the very first video, Plastic Patties.
Yep.
Are Americans Irish? Yes, we are, but
no, you're not.
Sometimes.
But yes, you are, but no, you're not.
Yes, I am, but no, I'm not. Yeah, I have a bunch of good friends in Ireland that they know that I don't pretend to be born in Ireland. like I say, I've said many times on my show, I've said many times on Facebook. My body's in America, my heart is in Ireland.
Yeah, that makes sense. The closest thing that I have to my cultural roots is just like Scotland as well too. I can say part of my heart's definitely in Scotland because like last name, and my dad did trace it back to the Scottish clan. So it's like I would love to visit Scotland as well too. Just like go back to my ancestry as well too, and try.
I'll even grant you one. I'll even grant you one. You can have all the bagpipes.
True.
Although
yeah.
I don't know her name. There is a woman on YouTube who has a channel, and I believe I've subscribed to her. So hold on, let me see if I can find the name real quick. But she is Indian, as in.
I'll apologize for all the bad pipes for sure, as a Scottish person, absolutely, because like who the hell actually wanted that still too? But
The Snake Charmer. I knew that was her name. The Snake Charmer. She does dancing and a fusion of both Scottish and Indian music. And her channel is freaking awesome. Absolutely awesome. And she's one hell of a bagpipe player, too.
My grandpa was a full-blooded Scotsman.
Cool.
He used to call me his secret Scot because in the sunshine, you can see that my hair is not actually black. It's actually a super dark auburn.
Right.
So he used to call me his secret little redhead.
Do you, if you get out in the sunshine a lot, does it lighten your hair at all?
Yeah, it does.
Mine does too. You know, my hair is, I would say dark brown, but it's not like really dark brown. It's like a dark auburn brown.
Yeah, my whole family, brown hair, reddish beards. Well, mine's pretty great.
But if I use, I need to get my hair done too. I want to go back to blonde. But if I use like a regular blonde dye, not a bleach, but a regular blonde dye, I get strawberry blonde in my hair. That's as light as it'll get.
I don't really know much about my family history. My mom never really told me about it.
Well, you know, and from what I know, very little compared to a lot of people, millions of people. But
people for free.
What is it? Well, anyway, that almost like how could you when you know your ancestors in this country were stripped and taken away here and put here with no connection to who your ancestry is.
Yeah.
And they didn't keep great records in the South.
The black people of America, they don't have the same cultural roots because the tribes they were stolen from, they just got mashed all together.
Right.
Yeah, African is not like ethnicity as it is. Too.
Africa's a fucking continent.
It's a whole continent with several
a dozen ethnicities.
Yes, it's like several hundreds as well too, just like the Turtle Island as well too. So it's like it don't, and to tracing it back, like even the countries that they're there now, Congo and like Ivory Coast and that sort of thing too, those are lines drawn in the sand by the Europeans that colonized that whole place as well too. Congo did not exist
maintained by us.
Yes.
Watch. There's a video on YouTube called "History of the Entire World." I guess that's the entire. That I guess is also part of the title. You should watch it. It's made by Bill Works. It is one of the funniest.
What's the title again? Could you put it in chat?
I can do that.
History of the World, I guess.
History of the World, I guess.
Okay.
Oh yeah, made by Bill Works. Bill WURTZ, I believe. Okay, and he does other videos too, like History of Japan and whatever. But History of the World, I guess, starts with the Big Bang and goes up to now in 20 minutes. And he covers history. He covers the Greeks. He covers Alexander the Great. He covers the various the various forms of government in China, in Japan, in Africa. You know.
Is China communist?
It's a beautiful, beautiful video. And every single person, I had the same reaction the first time I saw it. Every single person that I've ever seen that watched it was like, okay, so first of all, he has to be on ADHD. He has to be ADHD. I'm sorry. Or he knows enough people that he was able to make it for people like us. Okay.
Okay, is ADHD like a form of superpowers? Because to me, it just means I can multitask, but like can procrastinate for
it depends upon the circumstance. Okay. if you want me to, well, I look at it this way. Jody and I were talking about it, I think yesterday even. You can ask me the downside of it and then the upside, okay? Because I'm AUDHD. So you can ask me if I have something in my house, like say canned corn, okay, which I happen to love, canned corn, okay. I'll tell you, I don't have a fucking clue. I got to open up a cupboard. I could have been in the cupboard 5 minutes ago. I have no clue what's in there. But if you tell me, if you ask me if I had canned corn, where would I put it? It'll be in the top cupboard on the middle shelf on the right-hand side near the bed.
And cats.
So,
And cats,
so
there you
yeah.
go.
So I didn't really do much for Halloween. I wanted to go to this like gay bar, but I didn't have enough money for the cover charge. That's why I asked John for that $20 because I had to pay rent, which was like $670, so $630 actually with utilities included. Then I had to pay some money to the IRS, and I had very little left over. So thanks, John, for hooking me up with that 20.
No problem.
And I just
What?
Exactly, Joshin. It says the superpower of being able to do 3 things at once, as long as none of them are the thing you need to get done. And you don't expect to get any one of the 3 done all the way.
I can do 4 things at the same time, and all of them subpar.
I can get 4 things badly all at the same time.
What I did on Halloween is I'm at Comic-Con as well too, and like on Halloween day there was some candy at the vendors and the panels and like that. But 2 panels I went to, was it 2 panels or was it 3 panels? No, yeah, I went to 3 panels yesterday. Both panels were by academic Lisa Friedman. She's like a Japanese pop culture professor at like University of Oregon. The first one was like witches in Japanese culture and Japanese myths, so that was kind of cool to learn about witches. And then the second one was like luck charms in like Japan as well too. A little brief pop culture history of like that sort of thing too. So that was neat. And then it was just a con. I didn't bring any costumes this time, so I was just like dressed up as like in Sailor Moon head to toe and played some video games. There was a Sailor Moon beat 'em up arcade cabinet in the gaming room, so like that. So I made sure to sit down, play Sailor Jupiter, and beat that game because like it's infinite continuous too. So that was a lot of fun. So that's what I did on Halloween.
I ate so much candy on Halloween, I had a hard time going to sleep, and so I was up until midnight. And I swear to God, at about 10:30, I really debated whether I was going to go out egging for like,
Wow.
because I've got extra eggs that are past their expiration date. And so I was
Yeah, but can
thinking
you
about
drive
going out
all
egging.
the way to the Republican Party headquarters from where you are?
See, the problem
No, that's a good idea.
is it's not like it was when I was a youngster and egging back then. Everybody's got those door cameras.
Ring cams.
Back in my day,
Exactly. We didn't have to worry about being filmed.
about 15 years ago, I went as a very tall Dolly Parton.
I was about to say, it's like, wait a minute, don't you know the price of eggs? But you said they were expired. So, okay. So they were going to go bad anyway, so might as well use them to egg a house as well, too. Put them to good use.
Exactly. And I was
Get your
actually
money's
thinking
worth.
about egging my fucking boss's house, Mr. Surplus Labor himself.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
if I actually went to this like Halloween thing, I would have went as a red shirt from Star Trek. Cause
Nice.
Oh, isn't that what Shu went as?
Yes.
That's what I thought. I saw somebody wearing their red shirt. They went at with
It
their
was,
red
was it a
shirt.
hoodie? Red
Yeah.
shirt? Yeah.
It was a hoodie, which looked really cool. It made me
Oh, yeah.
want like
Oh, yeah.
my own hoodie.
yeah,
Oh, that's like a professional red shirt though.
yeah. I was gonna wear this, get like make my own like little like weapon and get some fake blood and like put it right here. I was gonna
There
do
you go.
that.
There you go.
Cornstarch.
I should do to Shoes pick what I did to Isaiah's, and I also did to Shoes Dog's pick once, is wipe out everything else and edit the background, put it on the bridge of a starship. So,
Yeah.
I love what Joe said in the chat. You're just giving them more like labor in the form of expired eggs. There you go, boss.
sharing the wealth. Bottom up.
Exactly.
I don't even like you.
She was talking to the cat, not to Joey.
Right. Yeah, exactly. No, I just kind of like have been like following like the news or like my podcast because I'm here at the con. I was like, but like I did hear like a bit of news yesterday. Actually, a friend DM it to me. We usually be like kind of like know it almost instantly when it happened, but a friend DM'd me that like Harry Potter is coming to Fortnite, and I
I
saw
saw
the
that.
leakers like, yeah, and it's just like, oh god, the evil fascist franchise is coming to the game that I love to play, but I also have a toxic love with it. Is I have a toxic relationship with Fortnite for sure. But I was
There's
just
another
like,
reason I don't play Fortnite.
yeah, that's
I
right.
don't.
But now it's just, and now I'm kind of, but especially since like, yeah, and some people said I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet, which is fair. But like, I guess I was like hoping it was going to happen, so it wouldn't have to like have the like feelings because like when it's like the whole game is just like Harry Potter, like Pick Part Legacy, the Blind Light game. I can easily boycott that, protest that, and then say, yeah, that's fascist propaganda there. And also, by the way, here's Jackass Karen Rowan's views on trans people. Oh, and if you buy her stuff, she'll think that you are supporting her political views and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
am so tired of allies. Yes, Sam. Allies saying, "Oh well, I can buy, if I spend $30 on Harry
She'll
Potter,
never notice.
whatever it is, I can then spend $35 to support trans people, and it's okay." No.
That's why I never really liked the term allies, because allies is always like a very transactional thing. I've always
Trendy
All you
thing
need is to
too.
be an accomplice.
I've always preferred the like just being a good
Needs to be in
person
a coffin.
ally, because allies an allyship means that you expect or you're entitled even though
Yep.
you're not. So I've always
Also,
just preferred. Yeah, go ahead, Siobhan.
No, you finish up first, Isaiah. Then Shaban was
go
like,
ahead.
after.
I've always just preferred that, like, I've always just preferred just being a good person over an ally, because allies are very transactional. It's like with the Israel Palestine thing, like there are black folks that support Palestine to the dismay of white Jewish people, even though those same white Jewish people protested against police brutality during George Floyd. So, it's I've never really liked the term ally. I've always preferred just being a good person, no matter what skin color you are, because being an ally means like you expect something out of something. Like it's like me saying like I'm an ally to women, when in reality I should just know
I
that
wear the cap. I support feminism.
learn self-control.
That's why I prefer having
Don't-
accomplices.
You know,
Like, be my accomplice. Go egging with me.
I like to say it like this.
Yes, egg the rich.
If you claim to be supporting a group, I won't even use the word ally. If you claim to be supporting a group, you claim to stand with them, and when they get shit thrown on them, you don't stink, you're not an ally.
Agreed. And you know what? George P did bring up a good point. That like I can like see it as like I'm killing Jackass Karen Browns every time I kill like a Harry Potter character in Fortnite as well too. Because actually, no, true story. Well, one of my friends, Marty, she says like, "Oh, are you killing landlords for any person I kill in any video games?" Because yeah, I do have a personal hatred for the position of landlords, not the people themselves. Yes, my best friend's dad's a landlord, but I still have my strong opinions on landlord isn't as this well too. But no, true story. I happened to kill a player. Their player's username in Fortnite was alex.jones.000. So I can actually say I killed Alex Jones in Fortnite.
I also don't like the quote unquote allies, and this is an example that fits one of my groups, but can be like sort of more into others. I can't stand Caitlyn Jenner. I think she's ignorant,
Republican.
hate-filled, greedy,
She's the token
sociopathic.
trans ally for the fascist party.
I will never misgender her, and I will never detonate her.
Yeah, same here.
I don't care what the reasons are. And I have had discussions with people who started out with discussions, and then we went a little bit downhill. You know how I can get sometimes. Shut up, John. Where we were talking about whatever the topic would be, and I would disagree with them, and I can be intense. I understand that, but even to the point of where like I wasn't using profanity, whatever. I was just like, there's no way you can think this way and think that you're accurate or whatever. And because they disagreed with me, and Caitlyn Jenner is one topic, for example, they still thought it was okay to misgender her or to deadname her. No, it's not.
Oh, no.
And you're not being an ally by doing that. Because here's the thing. Let's morph it into ableism. Oh, look, such and such, person A and person B are yakking on Facebook, and person A is criticizing person B's grammar, which may be bad, technically. And they're using bad grammar to do it. I can jump in there and then jump on person A and criticize their grammar. No, you fucking can't. Because it's the same thing. Because person B, let's say person B is your friend, in the back of your head, it's going to be, well, what if one day I disagree with them or something, or I end up upsetting them? Are they going to use this ableist bullshit on me?
Well, I know how people think about me when they start dissing on fat folks. Like
Yep.
you can say all day that, well,
When they start
I
what?
don't mean you. And I've heard that shit from people who are bigots about me being Native American. Well, I didn't mean you, Joey. You're not a drunk. You're not
one of the good ones.
You're one of the good ones. Exactly. You're different.
I will say, growing up, I did.
Baseball player.
I will say, when I was growing up, I did think that there were a lot of black folk, a lot of white folks that did look at me like I was a model, like I was the magical Negro.
The role model for like the black friend, the one
Out of minority.
Yeah.
The token.
And then when I had my own like political opinions, they started to leave me, to get away from me.
Oh no, you have your own opinions? How dare you?
Oh man,
How dare you think differently than me?
he's criticizing capitalism. Ooh, that's not good.
That's terrible.
I'm an ally, so you have to agree with me. The fuck I do.
Or how about I've given you money once, and so you've got to
There you go.
just take it, whatever it is that I have to say, whatever bigotry I have to spew. You have to just sit there and take it. Because I did something for you once.
It reminds me of those movies that like Radio. You remember that movie Radio where it's
with Cuba Gooding
Jr. But by the way, Cuba Gooding Jr. and as a person, piece of shit. He is like just Google him and see the sexual assaults that he has done and stuff like that.
Oh really?
Wow.
It's terrible. I think he's not. Yeah, he's charged for crimes. Who knows about it? But that's why, how come he got that Oscar for Jerry Maguire and been in some movies and hasn't been any movies recently? Because he's a terrible person to hang out with, be around, and to work with as well too. No, he would if P. Diddy would send some people to Cuba Gooding Jr. for him to Cuba Gooding Jr. to sexual
there's
assault.
Something to be said about good acting, right there, because he's been able to act like he's a decent person.
That's pretty decent.
Sean Connery.
It's not the worst thing in the world to hit a woman.
Sean Connery is a hell of an actor. He's one of my favorite actors. As a person, he's he's dead now. Chucky Darn. As a person, he was a rabid piece of shit.
Misogynist.
And I didn't know that until about a decade ago.
Yeah, the internet opened up a lot of secrets.
I know who's cool is Rod Perlman. That guy, he comes out with some crazy shit that he'll say, but I'm sitting there
those of you
listening
who voted
to
against
him
this
going,
thing that broke people
on.
made, you have houses. We have ways to burn down houses. Actually, you just post that shit on TikTok. Or Instagram or whatever. I don't know. He don't give a shit.
And Ron Perlman apparently is one of the richest people in Hollywood because he had made the wise business choice of actually taking percentages of the movies and series that he made rather than just getting a net pay. And so the longer they run and the more they rerun, the more he makes.
Who is this again? Rob who?
Ron Perlman.
Oh. I thought you said Rob. I don't know why.
No. When
my I've seen him and I like.
No, yeah. When we were watching Pacific Rim, we were just like, my brothers and I all said, Ron Perlman! Because, of course, he's in, like, a Guillermo del Toro movie. So that he's almost in all of Guillermo del Toro's movies. So Hellboy, Blade 2.
Guillermo del Toro is also a decent person.
I haven't heard anything bad about him as well, too. Well, that's the thing. Like, I mentioned this last night because apparently, like, one of my roommates in the hotel room, it would boycott, like, the Aquaman movies because it stars Amanda Hurt. I bring up that, like, I think Johnny Depp is, like, worse than Amanda Hurt. Not saying that Amanda Hurt is, like, an angel or anything like that. But then it's kind of like some people personally will boycott something because they hate that person that acted in it as well, too. I wasn't interested in the Tron movie that just came out at all. It's like, oh, the third Tron movie came out. I guess, okay. But then when I found out, Jared Leto starred in it, the guy with the cult, the guy that, like, this is one thing he's done. I probably already bring this up, but he would like befriend the girls, and I say girls because they're 16 or 17 and stuff like that. And once they're 18, instantly their DMs and said like, "Hey, want to go out?" So grooming right there. Yeah.
Nasty. Talk about the definition of grooming.
Yeah.
Along that vein, two people that I was sorely disappointed in were Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Because apparently Simon Pegg, well, two different reasons for Simon Pegg and one for Nick Frost. So apparently Simon Pegg is a complete asshole to people on the set, the workers, the camera crew, the whatever. Okay. And then both he and Nick Frost are doing, I think Pegg is doing the audiobook and Frost is doing, like, he's playing Hagrid in the, like, a prequel or whatever, for
the Harry Potter show, the next Harry Potter franchise show.
And when asked about it, he basically said, I'm paraphrasing, he basically said, well, I didn't know about it and it doesn't bother me because it doesn't affect me. So
so if Nick Frost said he was an ally before, he's not now with that kind of position as well too. But I broke this up last night because, like,
so what do y'all think about Emma Watson?
I don't Emma Watson. Oh, that's right. She was Hermione. She was Hermione, right?
Yeah, right. She's no Greta Thunberg, but she's okay.
The reason I ask is because she came out and made a post talking about that English bitch and said that, I'm paraphrasing again, but, she wasn't excusing her transphobe or anything, but, basically that she worked with her for a long time and it was hard to part with people that, she had feelings for and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, so she got dragged a little bit for it. She did also clarify again after that she's still, but here's the thing. Okay, that's like me saying, okay, so I'm an ally to the Black community. Something never come out of my mouth other than being sarcastic. I'm an ally to the Black community, but I had a long relationship with David Duke, and so I still have some fond memories of him. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's interesting. I will look at that as well too, because like from what I know, like all the like child actors from the Harry Potter films, they have all come out and say we denounce like J.K. Rowling's and like her transphobia. In fact, so much so that the transvestigators would like say that like, oh, no wonder Daniel Radcliffe hates like Harry Potter now because look at his like wife, she must be a man. It's just like, okay, she doesn't look there. Daniel Radcliffe's like partner now doesn't look like conventionally attracted to like what a woman's supposed to look like. So that doesn't mean that they're trans.
You guys, I think that I don't think that transvestigating is. It's hard for me to not think it's funny in one particular case. Okay, obviously I don't. Okay, two cases. The first one is that Candace Owens is being transvestigated, and then the second is that that bitch Caitlyn Jenner was walking across, was going through a hotel lobby, to get to the elevators to go up to attend CPAC, and some guy dead named her and misgendered her. And I don't like anybody being dead named or misgendered for any reason. Having said that, it is hard not to feel schadenfreude for that.
I know,
Because
right?
she's
That's
also
one of
literally-
those
she's also
leopards
literally
eating
said
faces.
that boys shouldn't play in girls' sports, and yet she was in the WPBA tournament.
Oh, fuck that. Yeah, I agree. It's like the same thing before. It's just like, I'm pulling up, I'm going to climb to the top, but and break the God's thing, but I'm pulling up the ladder behind me. I say, you have your hand up.
Republicans, okay for me, not for thee.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, did any of you guys hear that Jennifer Lawrence called out Israel's genocide? Did you guys hear that?
I did not hear it, but it doesn't surprise me.
It happened.
who did?
Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah,
She did or she didn't?
she did. She made a comment about it that said that Israel's committing a genocide.
Well, good for her. Stating
Yeah,
a fact. What
Yeah,
gets
oh,
me
yeah.
is it's going to be labeled as radical,
Oh yeah.
but
Right.
yeah.
it's a fact.
No, it's a fact. It's like it's one thing to like it's still a genocide if you ask me. To like bomb like hospitals and like tents and like schools and that sort of thing.
There's
And
a
then
UN like definition of what genocide is,
Mhm.
and they're committing genocide.
I think the difference
She
now.
said,
Guys, it's anti-Semitic to say that because because Jesus needs to come back to. I don't.
right, that's the only reason that they give a shit about Israel at all.
You know, these people are
Exactly.
fucking.
The rank and file,
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yes.
their Bible, Bull, says that Israel needs to exist in order for Armageddon to come about.
Okay,
Lawrence said that
at
the situation in Gaza is no less than a genocide and unacceptable.
before
I think that like the difference now is that like it's the with the starvation, it's deliberate, it's on camera.
Mhm.
We all see it blocking like aid from coming in, as well as like the arresting Greta Thunberg as well too. Now there are some people that are now saying it's a genocide because like, well, I can't ignore it anymore, or I can't
Yep.
pretend that like it isn't anymore. That sort of thing. Go ahead, Isaiah.
I was gonna say that I've already I don't believe in hell, but if there is a hell, I might as well just go there. Because this God is like a piece of shit. This God he's okay with wiping it. Like, no, fuck this guy. This guy this
Oh.
I am more moral than these people's gods.
right. This
Fun
guy
fact:
is like a
there is.
no.
Guys,
I don't get it. I've never understood religion. I've always looked at it like this. This is how I've looked at when people like fight over religion and fight over heaven. Here's how I see it.
It's a fight in the comment section of a fanfic.
No. This is what this is to me.
that's a good way to put it.
Suppose heaven is us going to see Sabrina Carpenter, right? We're going to a Sabrina Carpenter concert, but we all have different ways of getting to the concert. So John wants to fly, I'm going to drive, Joey's going to swim, Shaban's going to walk, all of
Yeah,
that.
that's gonna happen.
Yeah, and
I'm
then
going to get there in my mech suit.
and then when we get to the actual event, we're fighting over how we got there, and I'm like,
No, we're fighting over who gets to sit up front. Me.
don't
That too.
Straight
Don't
white
fight
guy.
over it. Don't fight over it. We're all here to see Sabrina Carpenter dance in her underwear. There's no need to fight over this.
To skip back a
Religion
little
remind-
bit,
Be up front.
when you
When I
mentioned
was
Kamala Harris, and you, my first thought was of Kamala Harris and of Gavin Newsom. Both of them, she has definitely made comments about thinking about running, and Gavin Newsom has definitely done everything but make comments about thinking
Mhm.
about running.
Oh,
I'll
Gavin
tell
Newsom
you
is
right-
totally running.
I'll tell all you Democrats right now, all you vote blue no matter who jackasses, that if Kamala Harris or Gavin Newsom runs, they're
They'll
going to
lose.
lose. I guarantee it.
Unless they change a lot of policies
Oh yeah.
and
They're not
some
gonna
of their
change it.
views.
They're not going to go left. They're not going
Still
to.
holding. I'm
go
still
right.
holding out. I'm holding out for my boy Zoran up in New York. I hope he wins.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
He's
We're
gonna
going
win.
to find out.
Oh,
He can
yeah,
run for president.
yeah.
Can he run for president? I
Um,
don't think he can run for president.
I think he was born outside the U.S., so he can't run for
Yeah,
president.
he can't be president. He was. He
Yeah,
came
he's
here
also
from
not grown up yet.
Syria, I
either.
believe it was when he was.
Uganda, I think.
Uganda.
Uganda.
Yeah. But he came over here when he was around 7.
Okay.
You know, Bill Clinton
How is
stumped
that
for
fucker not dead yet?
Andrew Cuomo. So did Hillary Clinton. So did Obama.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't have to respect
As far
Because
as
they're establishment
as
Democrats, and establishment Democrats always support the oligarchy.
as far as Hillary Clinton, she also praised Trump for his actions in Gaza.
Ugh.
Yep.
Yep.
What did he throw
And
paper towels at people?
Said that she would, if she could, she would nominate him for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is why
I don't like hold the Nobel Peace Prize in any high regard ever since Henry Kissinger won his well too.
Mhm.
But like I can at least say he's done a lot more to the world, not in a good way, to like I guess deserve a prize or at least an acknowledgement from the elites of the world.
Yep.
Chris Murphy, senator in Connecticut. I wish he was the senator here in Michigan, but it's the first time in almost 20 years that I've donated to a political campaign, and that is for Mallory McMorrow. She's running against Mike Rogers.
But you didn't like her though.
Huh?
But you didn't really care much for her because she was like taking APAC money or something.
No. Here's the thing. There is not a Democrat and a lot of independents, but there is not a Democrat in the United States that is not going to take APAC for the ADF money in some way, shape, or form. I guarantee you that.
Oh,
So I have to do, if I'm going to vote, Pritzker would be cool too. You know, I would, because here's the thing. Look up Off Joe Wagon, OFF_JAW.
See as it.
UGON.
Okay.
Shut up, John.
Bye, Isaiah.
Bye.
Hi, Isaiah. Good luck.
Sorry,
But-
Doc. Yeah.
Should have dressed up as an astronaut.
Look up Off Joe Wagon, and he does. In fact, he just had an interview 2 days ago with he's in Minnesota, but what they hope to be the future governor of Wisconsin. But anyway, so I had never heard of Chris Murphy before. Didn't know him from Adam. Okay, and I watch Off Joe Wagon show a lot. He's hilarious. You ought to see him on Maggots. But anyway, so he started talking about Chris Murphy, and the first thing that got my attention was when he said something along the line, I'm paraphrasing, but something along the lines of in this clip about how the Irish deserve another spot in heaven because it sure as fuck seems that a lot of them are anti-fascist. And then he started talking about Chris Murphy and his what's the word I'm looking for? Voting record, not sound bites, but actual voting record. That, for example, not just voting, but over 20 years ago, was in his office, on his website, and is still there today, supporting trans rights. Way before a lot of people did. Okay. He is not, he's a Democrat, so he's not 100% anti-Israel. Okay. But what he is for a two-party state, two-state solution, excuse me. Okay.
For a one-state solution with no Israel.
I do too. But to get the fuck out of Gaza, et cetera, to give all the settlements back, reparations, food aid, blah, 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 blah. Okay, which is way more than most of the Democrats.
Yeah, that's a start. I would also want to
he beat a 12-year Republican in the state Senate for brain part. Connecticut, okay, excuse me, in the state house. He beat a 12-year Republican incumbent, and that's very hard to do, regardless of what, corrupt or whatever, because you got the party machine behind him. And then he ran against Linda McMahon, the wife of Vince McMahon, the runner of WWE.
Current head of the Department of Education.
Current head of the Department of Education. Yeah. Oh my God. The Ministry of Education is what they ought to call it. He ran against her and beat her after 12 years. Okay.
Nice.
So I don't think, and you're right, Doshin, I don't think that he's interested in running for the presidency. I don't know. Okay. But if he was, and he did run, unless something drastically changed in one of his stances, I would be willing to vote for it. Mallory McMorrow, I'd be willing to vote for her. And I, in fact, signed up, and I give a small donation to her every month out of the little measly, piece of shit that I get. But she doesn't take, like AOC, she doesn't take donations from large corporations. Okay, it's all grassroots people, schmucks like me, and small companies, whatever, not the Walmart. Because Walmart donates to Democrats. Walmart donates to liberals.
They donate to everyone.
They donate to Republicans, right? So just in case a Democrat wins something somewhere, okay, they're like, hey, guess what? We sent you money. Yeah.
Yeah, like the major corporations would donate to both parties because they just want to see the table, that sort of thing too.
Meanwhile,
But
the
speaking
Walton
of,
family are far right-wing pieces of shit.
Right.
yeah. But like, there's something about the success of like the Zora Mandani case as well too, because like apparently in New York you have public financing for like campaigns as well too. So it's like for every like dollar that like the campaign would receive some donations, something like that. There's like a state or city or like
but still
up to a limit. So but that's how like Zora Mandani, as like a just like a assembly member as well too, is able to run the campaign in New York as he does as well too. And yeah, he has good sound bites and like great policies, honestly, and like easy, simple like policies to like to Chanda that's like freeze rent, and that sort of thing too. And I think
whereas under all the previous incumbents or mayors, rent has been going up.
Yep.
We're getting close to that time, so my last question anyway, you guys can keep going.
No, we have half an hour.
What do you think will happen in general, what do you think will happen in 2026, and what do you think will happen in 2028?
Things will continue to get worse in 2026. The Democrats will have a bounce back in the House. They probably won't take the Senate. Trump will try to run again in 2028 if he's not dead by then.
Or like it has JD Vance be like the candidate, but like Trump as like the vice president.
By then.
Yeah, he's like mentally or like health wise, it's just like he's up there.
I hope the McDonald's catches up to that motherfucker.
No, I want him to stay alive because he is incompetent, insane, and stupid, and he is just destroying the Republican Party because the base listened to him.
Maggots have even said this, that they want to, because he can be. They want to have the House appoint Trump as Speaker of the House. Because he can. Okay.
Nothing says it has to be a member of the House.
And then if the Republicans take the presidency, and then
the president and vice
president and the vice president resign, boom, he's president again.
Okay, then if like
I'm pretty sure that the amendment would still bar him from being president.
Yeah, but when is the law stopping? Yeah, although I used to say that, but there have been some cases, etc. Like for example with SNAP. Two different federal judges said no, you can't fucking do this. You can't take SNAP away from people. If it was not set up like this, you could. But there is specifically an emergency fund in Congress that has been set up and been in the budget.
And Trump is still refusing to give it out.
In case there's a shutdown. So now he's flipped it around on his live social and said that he's going to do it and he's proud to help the American people and he's honored to help the American people. Motherfucker, you're the one who wanted to cut him off in the first place.
I think there were like 25 states in the district in Columbia that was like suing the Trump administration for withholding SNAP funds as well too, which is just like, yes, for sure are doing it, and I hope it goes somewhere as well too. And
really super easy to fucking fool Christians into believing just about anything that you want them to believe because of that stupid faith bullshit.
Right.
Yep.
I have faith in our president. I literally heard those words the other day when I was like, well, he's cutting off SNAP to my bus driver. And she's like, well, I have faith in him. Like I have faith in God.
He's their Messiah. And the thing is that it doesn't matter what you say. It's a cult. So it doesn't matter what you say. It just bounces off. That's the whole point of being in a cult. I know. I was in a cult for 30 years. It just bounces off. Okay? Whatever you say on the outside is because you're jealous, you're wrong, you're the evil virus of Satan, you're whatever. Okay? And they know so little of their own Bible, that, you know, you can tell them. There's been cases where I want to say it was on the Daily Show, but some comedian anyway that was on a show like someone similar, if not that show, went out and made up quotes in the Bible and said it says this in Zechariah 4:2 or whatever. Do you think that's a good thing? Yeah, I think that's a good thing. I think the Bible's right when it says that. Never there to begin with, because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. They open up the book on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever their holy day is, okay, and read whatever, and then ignore it the rest of the week.
Yeah, and they only read specific portions. They don't read the whole thing. They don't think about it.
Yeah, they're champion cherry pickers.
Yeah.
Right.
Big book of multiple choice.
Cafeteria Christians. I will say that there's one circumstances, concept maybe, that I think could be positive with a cafeteria Christian, is that they take the good parts and throw away the rest of the shit. You know, the love thy neighbor, feed people, house people, etc. Okay, because I do know some Christians who do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my birth mom was Catholic, but she never did all the traditions that the Catholic says. We never on Ash Wednesday. We never had the ash put on our forehead at all. I don't know what that's all about. So she does tell me that the ash, that particular ash, is the palms that were used on last year's Palm Sunday, because the Catholics are so into symbolism, that sort of thing too. We just did the fasting for Lent, and that's it. Which also means that I grew tired of fish sticks quite easily on every Friday during Lent. And my mom, she's still burned on mac and cheese because of that.
This is my litmus test for any Christian out there. I don't care what. There's well over 35,000 denominations of Christianity. Okay.
I think there's 1.2 billion Christians out there, which means there are 1.2 billion different versions of Christianity.
Exactly. But here's my litmus test for them. Okay, if they say, you know, if I talk about the fact that the Bible doesn't just condone, doesn't just excuse, doesn't just sweep under the rug, but endorses child assault, assault, slavery,
sex slavery,
murder, sexism, queerphobia, genocide, etc. Okay, and I'll name the verses. Boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. Okay. A lot of them will say, well, you know, we don't do that anymore. You know, that's clearly not, you know, a right thing to do, whatever. So then my next follow-up question is, okay, so why don't you make the Bible, do it digitally, whatever, that doesn't have those verses in it? Cut those verses out.
There's always several
few of them, and to give them credit, both of my daughters who are Christians, you know, I love them in spite of that. But a few of them, you know, have said, that's not a bad idea. But, you know, they're not doctrinalists. A lot of people will say, oh, we can't do that because it's tradition.
I'd like to just.
We need to keep that there as example. It's kind of like the statues being pulled down, okay? We can't pull the statues down of whoever, some racist asshole, because, you know, it's history. Well, yeah, it's history because you don't read a fucking book.
And no,
they
we will also.
They read the one book over and over again, or parts of it. Anyway.
And
some of it, yeah.
And also, no. I have no problem tearing down the statues of the founding fathers either, because they were all slave owners as well too. The only one that I am positive on is Thomas Paine, but he would never want to have a statue.
He doesn't have a statue
either. So, he doesn't. No.
But yeah, it just okay for me, not for thee, is the general rule for the GOP, the right wing, and unfortunately some Democrats as well.
Mm-hmm.
Quote unquote Democrats, like Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin and John Fetterman, you know, and
all the terrible conservative Democrats before, Joe Lieberman as well too. I want to go
Lieberman,
back to
the quote unquote blue brothers.
Also Schiff, Pelosi, all of them.
Oh yeah, Schumer and all those people as well too. Especially anyone that right now, if you ask them, would you endorse Soren Mondani, and they say, I will endorse the Democratic nominees. Like, that's not saying you endorsing Zoran Mandani.
He is the
What's
Democratic nominee.
Yeah, but they always
Right.
try to Billy Malice and just you have to force him to say yes, I support Zoran Mandani. Like Kamala Harris struggled to say that on interviews. Well, so where's this vote blue no matter who, except they're too
Kamala
far
Harris,
for you.
to some very tiny amount of credit during the convention, did mention and give a minor amount of support to trans people. Okay. But when she was in California, and as the top prosecutor, excuse me, for California, she barred a trans woman from getting medications in prison. Okay.
Yep.
And when asked about it, she said, I'm going to change what she said. It's the same thing. It's the same gist. Okay. It's just, it's what I said. Okay. It's what other people have said. I was just following orders. She said, I was just obeying the law. Yeah, I was just following orders. Now, Tim Wells, I have no doubt whatsoever that he supports queer people and trans people specifically. I have no doubt whatsoever.
That's why he's never going to be president.
Right.
Yeah, unfortunately. Or he played the thing is he shows up with the weird thing, call it the Republicans weird because they hate that when you call them.
Oh yeah,
weird.
I loved it when they did that. I'm not a huge fan of people are like, oh my God, Gavin Newsom's social media account. Okay, well he's a piece of shit. And they're like, oh, it's just the woman who's working for him. Well, she's working for a piece of shit, so she's a piece of shit. Can't tell me she doesn't know. Can't tell me she doesn't know that there's literally pictures of him destroying homeless people's belongings.
Don't forget that Gavin Newsom really liked Charlie Cook when he had a conversation with Charlie Cook. Oh, by the way, Charlie Cook's still the excellent fountain that you can have spraying water all over the place too, straight out his neck too.
Twice.
Charlie Cook has spent over a month not saying anything bigoted.
There you go. I'm proud of him for this. Charlie Kirk twice, well, he did more than that, but when Gavin Newsom was on, twice spouted transphobic bullshit, and Newsom agreed with him.
Yep.
Well,
yeah, but he was doing politics the right way.
You should vote for him because no, I'm not fucking voting for him. Flat out. If he becomes president, I'm not voting for him. I might as well vote.
Yeah, yeah.
And nominee, right, you're right. Becomes a nominee. Okay. I don't think he can change it, but.
Yeah.
I live in a red state. I can vote for the third party if I want to.
Mm-hmm.
I vote in super blue state. I can do that too. Even that in 2016, that's reminding me. Even when that state with blue was going for Hillary, there were 4 of the lefters that were faceless and did not vote for Hillary Clinton. I think because of representation on indigenous people or stuff like that as well too. So yeah, even if I did vote for, which I did actually vote for Hillary in 2016. Now that I think about it, some of my votes did not count as well too. Great system of electoral college that we have that was there to hold up slavery.
Yep.
I just got an idea. Oh, where the hell is it? I'm going to be able to write this down. Yeah. I've heard said before, and I agree to some extent, that if you don't like what someone is doing in public office, run for public office. Well, obviously I can't. Okay. But here's the thing. So in my area in Michigan, okay, we are currently being represented by what is his last name? Anyway, a Republican, okay, which is why McMorrow is running for this part of the state, which is another reason why I'm supporting her. Okay, if you look at from city council all the way up to state legislature, okay, the only options I have are Republican. Mm-hmm. There's not one Democrat in any of those levels until you get to the state level. Mm-hmm. Not one Democrat at all.
It's similar here in South Dakota.
So what the hell do I do? Or even worse, if it happened, you get Colin Allred, another fucking asshole, and vote blue no matter who, when he was running against Ted Cruz, okay? And he mouthed the same shit that Ted Cruz did, for example, with boys shouldn't play in girls' sports. Okay, So if you're trans in Texas, because if you're a trans person in Texas, or you know / love someone who's a trans person in Texas, a friend, a family member, or whatever, or you just want to support trans people in Texas, who do you vote for? The person who wants to take away trans rights, or the person who wants to take away trans rights?
Yeah, this is why, like, whenever I had, for instance, a genocidal Joe Biden as well too, people, or even Kamala Harris as well too, they'll be like liberals, including friends of mine, that said, "Is Trump better?" It's like, oh, so you're going to ignore my criticism all because of like if it's a two-party system as well too, which reminds me of like the Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors. Don't blame me, I burned Rakotas.
Which is why it goes back to what Joey was talking about earlier. Joey and I have been talking about this off and on for a long time. With indigenous people, why should it make any fucking difference who they vote for? Tell me that.
I know,
With an
right?
eye for the
Who
gun.
do we get to vote for? Who's going on the platform of honor the treaties? Land
Right.
back.
Fucking Ruth
We pay
Bader
attention.
Ginsburg, the pink pussy hat saint, said, paraphrasing, said that those trees were old and we didn't have to pay heed to them anymore.
I'm face palming right now.
I think I'm gonna head
Yes.
out, people. It's getting that time anyway. I think I'm gonna head out. So
Okay, we're like 15 minutes until I normally like cut enough time as well too. There was like one thing bring back to like the topic about Palestine as well too. What's like often it's throughout the now yes what's happening in Gaza, but absolutely terrible. It's clear genocide, that sort of thing. What's also been always happening in the West Bank is like settlers coming in and just like taking over like Palestinian homes as well too. And if there's any solution to the Palestine issue as well too, that has to be also resolved as well too. Bring it to give the houses or homes back to the Palestinian people, kick out those settlers as well too, because they're coming in either with the army or the police or whatnot, or even if the police are there, they're not going to do anything as well too. There was like a filmmaker who like died or something like that, who created like a documentary film that I think won best documentary film at the Oscars as well too, and she was kicked out of her home in the West Bank because the Zionists are like kicking people out as well too. Even people from like New York but happen to be Jewish as well too get to like take over people's like homes, and that's been happening for like a long time.
There was a lawyer working for the Israelis. Okay, Jewish lawyer working for the Israeli citizen, who was involved with, I don't know to what extent, because I hadn't read deeply on that article yet, but involved with the releasing of a video, a clip. And what it shows is there's a guy laying on the ground, okay, Palestinian guy laying on the ground. Soldiers are surrounding him with riot shields, so they can't see, people can't see what's, whoever's recording it can't see what's going on, okay? They beat the shit out of him. He has to go to the hospital. That got released. They fired her because of it.
Can't show off the genocide.
Yeah. So, all right. Y'all know my thing, thehouseofconnor.com. All my shit's on there. I'm on Facebook for Siobhan O'Connor, Siobhan Raw and Unfiltered, and then, and I love the title. Excuse me. 426 Queer Street and Neurodivergent Apartments. So, and it starts out as just like 40 or 50 friends of mine, and it's since expanded. I think there's around 100.
Does apartments have a landlord, or is it a co-op?
It's a co-op, of course. I vet people very closely that get into that. So if anybody who's queer, who's watching it, whatever, wants to check it out, check it out. I'm gonna head out. I don't know if I'm gonna play game or go check my eyelids for holes or whatever, but love y'all. Have a great night. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Later, Siobhan. And like we got till like 11 minutes as well too. But like if I can't think of like any topics to like bring up or talk
I
about.
just want to say that because the government shutdown is going on and the Republicans are holding up SNAP and the Democrats aren't snaving it, if they can, everybody should reach out. I know I've gotten seen a lot of things come across my Facebook wall about people needing help. Because there are a lot of people out there on SNAP need help now because the oligarchs aren't helping.
Yeah,
It's Native
exactly.
American Heritage Month this month.
Oh,
Yes, that's right. It is. I like you mentioned like a couple of like weeks ago that like there was no such thing as Indigenous Peoples Month. So like that's the closest thing, a Native American like Heritage Month. On November is again white people guilt or settlers guilt as well too. It's the same thing with like Indigenous Peoples Days. It's really fuck Corpus Columbus Day as well too. So like there's that. But also remember to like social justice alchemy like immunity as well too. Isaiah Taylor's birthday happens along around at the time of like that holidays well too. So if you don't want to celebrate Thanksgiving for whatever reason, you don't like your family that much or anything like that, or turkey's just like very fatty or anything like that, I go with roast beef because I'm allergic to turkey anyway. Celebrate Isaiah Taylor's birthday, and as we saw, he was building up his like International Space Station model or Space Station model as he was working on during the show. So there's always that. I will mention this again when we come closer to the date because November 20th, which happens to be my oldest brother's birthday, so this is how I can easily remember this day. And it's also Trans Day of Remembrance. That's a solemn one. We just like we remember the trans brothers and sisters and non-binary siblings as well that like passed.
Oh yeah, it's Trans Awareness Month too.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't look up like what November is because you can like look up like what the month this is, and some of the you can also look up what day it is well too. Apparently, it was Chocolate Day like last week on like 26th of October, which is like there's several chocolate days.
You'd think they make it Halloween Chocolate Day.
No, right? But you know what's like on October 30th? I think my brothers always watched the movie The Crow because October 3rd is Devil's Night, and that was
because
like the key
Halloween's
thing in
not
the
until
plot.
tomorrow, not until mañana, my brother.
Yes, exactly. But we actually watched it on the 29th because like I was going to be in like Portland on the 30th as well too. So like we watched it a day early as well too. It's kind of funny. I mentioned this last year, but last year on November 5th, the day of the election, and I saw the results coming in, and I saw my brothers watching V for Vendetta, and it's like, what, they know the results that was happening inside and watch people for Vendetta? No. It's because the election day would happen to be on November 5th. So that's why they were watching V for Vendetta. It was just coincidental with the election results.
Aren't your brothers
Okay, my oldest brother is there's the oldest one. He's the first one, and he's like a liberal and cis as well too. My older sibling, that's the second one. That's the one that's agender and like a leftist and lives in Oregon actually, but not in Portland. One of the other areas as well too. And their spouse is non-binary too, not man or woman as well too, and they just had their wedding anniversary because my siblings-in-law. As favorite holiday is Halloween. That's when they had their wedding as well too. And
my son got married on Halloween this year. My oldest son.
What did they dress up as?
He dressed up as a young Obi-Wan.
Nice.
Like Padawan Obi-Wan or
what's that?
Like Padawan Obi-Wan, like from Phantom Menace, or the older Jedi Padawan or Obi-Wan? From episodes 2 and 3.
I think it's actually the early one.
Okay.
That he dressed up
without
as.
the beard.
I don't know. I haven't seen any pictures yet.
Okay.
They're gonna get
That's
pictures for me. And I can't remember what she said she was dressing up as. Fuck, I can't remember. But they also both wore costumes, and they got married in Deadwood on Boot Hill.
Nice. But also another thing about my my sibling and like that wedding of like it was also a pagan ritual as well too because like my sibling-in-law is also pagan as well too. So it's just like and yes, because it was on Halloween, it was not required to dress up, but strongly encouraged as well too. So my brother went as a pirate. I went as like Jigen from Lupin the Third. My mom had actually a very good like Elizabethan like a Renaissance kind of like that dress as well too. It looked nice, and so yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I just had a wonderful thought, Joey. You should buy a house on a white people burial ground.
You will not be worried about like it being haunted because like, why should you care?
That would be funny.
You have the ghosts coming up and joining the HOA.
Isn't that like? Didn't that start the movie Poltergeist?
Yep. They built it on an Indian burial ground.
The guy was like
to save money didn't move the bodies, and so that's where it all came from.
That's right. The Poltergeist movie is decent, actually. Pretty.
God, that
I
the
haven't seen any
priest
sequels.
in the second Poltergeist movie with Will Sampson, the priest in that was the creepiest. He didn't even need any makeup. He was just so creepy.
Let's see. I've never seen any
I
of
don't
the
know.
Exorcist movies. I just know that
I
it was
haven't.
Burial Ground
Yeah.
or Poltergeist.
There's like a lot of classic like Halloween movies or like classic horror movies that I haven't seen. Some of the vampire movies I have seen because I went through the whole thing of watching vampire movies. So the Nosferatu, the classic one, the solid one, it was like quite good. The Dracula, the ghostly one, still holds up as well too. But I also like Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula from 1990, starring like Gary Oldman and like Keanu Reeves and Anthony Hopkins. Overacting to the hell, overacting over top everywhere. Everyone was overacting as well too. But I guess that's part of the charm, you can say. Shadow the Vampire, starring Willem Dafoe as like the vampire. That was good. That was like, what if like the filming of like Nosferatu happened, but the vampire that they had playing Nosferatu was actually a vampire. So that was quite good. But yeah, there's a lot of like, I don't know. It's like
If
Halloween.
you feel like supporting trans people, Abigail Thornton, trans YouTuber
PhilosophyTube.
over on PhilosophyTube. She did a Dracula's Girlfriend over on Nebula. Was it Nebula?
It's Nebula. If the premium YouTube is not YouTube, that will be Nebula, where it's like you have to subscribe or have membership and pay for it to like watch the things over there too. But that way, absolutely no commercials. That's the plus, and a lot of like people, and also no like content ID. So a lot of people did put up their stuff there, or like the original like edited version of stuff, because like when they posted on YouTube, the like AI bots like, oh, this is copyrighted, oh, this is copyrighted, will like get struck down. There's some videos that have been struck down because they use a lot of the like copyrighted material, like Princess Mononoke for like to use like a video on Lydia Boshi. She was always wrong, She was always wrong.
Yeah, I also will strike you down if you say words like sex or rape or trans.
Oh yeah.
Or genocide. But
Did
Nebula is completely owned by the
Anthrax make a
creators.
whole freaking song about that?
Probably.
Yes. Also, like a Stephanie Sterling, I think they kind of quit YouTube in some ways because they have other projects that they're going to do, and like their last video they did was on YouTube censorship, where it's just the same thing, where it's like not YouTube borrowing the video in some ways, but it's not going to get advertisements and ad sets because it shows blood and gore and stuff like that. It's like, okay, when you're talking about the video games Resident Evil and showing clips from Resident Evil, you either have to blur out the blood and gore guts from like zombies, it's a zombie game as well too, or just like have the video get like not monetized. And when it's not monetized, here's the key thing: these also get buried in the algorithm as well too, because YouTube's not making money off of it. It's not going to be played out. So like, why send it out to people and recommend it, or there's subscriber bots or like all that sort of things as well too. So it's like in a way it gets like shadow banned and that sort of thing too. And so Stephanie Sterling, who doesn't care because like they're leaving YouTube or taking a hiatus from YouTube, like just went all out, their tits out as well too, with the censor bar. And so like, can we just like talk about this like crap that like YouTube is doing? Because YouTube's YouTube. So that's another recommendation for the Stephanie Sterling's like I guess last video as well too, or their video on YouTube censorship. But now we're at
Watch out with your tits out.
Yes, exactly. We're actually now at the 90-minute mark as well too, nice. So now we can like close up shop as well too. I'm posting the links into all places to like along the same lines of like give the people money to people in need, especially there's going to be a lot of people in need when like Snap's not being like sent out as well too. Check your local community fridges as well as like your food banks, because like they're is going to be hit hard because the SNAP got in and out, and they do not have the resources to like feed the whole community as well too. But how about there volunteer or like give them money if you have extra money? Plenty of people in the CharityLinks page also like either rely on either SSI, SSDI, or the food stamps. Like Phoenix did like say that on their GoFundMe thing as well too. All those links are in CharityLinks page. I'm Sunray Geek in all of their places in all of the social media. John Brockman, you're part of another podcast, aren't you?
Dungeons and Debacles. We may actually play today. I don't know.
Yes. I'm Summer of Geek on Twitch and YouTube, and like later on tonight when I get home from the con, I might do like another stream as well too. And so do check that out. Joey, you don't have anything to bug, but just land back, right?
Land back. Also, take some time, everybody, to figure out who the tribe was in your area and see what kind of help they might need. Because, I mean,
I don't know. They had to walk this whole trail.
What the help they might actually provide. Because there are a lot of indigenous nations that, because SNAP is closing down, they're offering help to those people who need it. So you can help, or you can also get help.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
All right. Don't forget to practice self-care, everyone. And later on. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.